This road is really beautiful. Smooth roads with no traffic. Road that any biker would love to ride. Beautiful looking building, isn't it? Even from outside, these are very ornate, so impressive. If you think this is interesting, just wait till you see what is inside. The outside hides more than what they show, and that's going to be in the next video, so keep on watching. Chettinad Vintage Car Museum. Look at this car. Such a beautifully maintained, shiny car. Hello, welcome all of you to a new video of ours. If you have seen our previous videos, you know that we are a couple who like to travel, do motorcycle trips to see places. If you have not seen our previous videos, do take a look. So we are on a new trip today, starting from our base Chennai all the way to Rameswaram to see the land's end of our country. And we will be going through a unique part in this part of the country, the Chettinad area in Tamilnadu, which really stands out for being different from the other areas in Tamil Nadu. We'll take a look as well as we do this travel. Stay tuned. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and we like to start at this time to make up as much time as possible, as much distance as possible to be covered before we hit the highway. Really a beautiful time to start a trip. So we are in the outskirts of Chennai, on the way to catch the highway, which is the Chennai, Trichy, Rameswaram highway, and this road is really beautiful. Smooth roads with no traffic. Actually a road that any biker would love to ride. So the plan of our trip is to go to the Chettinad area that we talked about, which is near Karaikudi in Tamil Nadu, and stay there, spend a day or two and understand what is so special about this Chettinad area in Tamil Nadu, and then continue our journey all the way to Rameswaram, stay there for a day, after that return back to Chennai. So this video is going to be in 2-3 parts. Do take a look at the full videos, the ones that are following this, to completely follow the trip that we are having. Alright, we have come out of Chennai and are getting into the highway. So that means here in Tamil Nadu, good roads all the way to Rameswaram and Dhanushkodi, the last point of India. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and we stopped for a quick tea at this popular outlet called 99 Kilometer Coffee. As you can see, it's quite crowded. You get to see bikers also coming in, taking a break here. So there's a Kawasaki Versys, KTM 390, and also a Super Meteor. Alright, on our way again. We had our tea break at 6:30 in the morning. Now it's about 9. So time to stop for breakfast. And this is one of the places that we stop normally again for breakfast or maybe a juice in between our travel. Decent food and then decent restrooms. Let's have a quick breakfast, stretch our legs, and then on our way again. This is another place that we have our break during travel this way, that we had our breakfast just a little while ago. So not stopping. There is an Adyar, Ananda, Bhavan little ahead. That's where we are going to stop. A small break to hydrate ourselves and stretch our legs, and on our way again. And we have reached our first destination, which is the Chettinad area. The hotel we are staying called Chettinad Mansion. This place is between Pudukkottai and Karaikudi. We have the details of the place in the description, and we'll also upload a video of this hotel. And by the way, if you are traveling to Rameswaram or Dhanushkodi from Chennai, this hotel is actually not very far from the highway. If you want to stay overnight and then continue the journey after visiting the Chettinad area, this is a good place to stop. Beautiful looking building, isn't it? This is the Chettinad Manor hotel that we were talking about. Our plan for today is to visit all these mansions, beautiful mansions in this area, the typical Chettinad mansions, and also try out the Chettinad food, and then continue our trip to Rameswaram and Dhanushkodi. And we go for a quick tour of this area in our bike. So this is one of the areas or the Chettinad areas or the locality, and there are few more like this. And as you go around, the first thing that you notice is the well designed and layout streets, parallel streets, crisscrossing roads, well laid out with drainage facility, and these big Chettinad houses or mansions that you see. Even from outside, these are very ornate and with big gates. If you're from this part of the country, you know that they were wealthy traders and bankers dealing with southeastern countries and made their money, and many of them nowadays are settled abroad and cities in India, and these mansions are locked up. Some of them have crumbled, and some of them are in disrepair. Some of them are maintained well still, and few of them have been converted to hotels and heritage stays, one of which is where we are staying. Look at these. Look at these. Even from outside, these are so impressive. So what we are planning to do is to just get a glimpse of these houses from outside. These are palaces, and then very impressive, and then make our way to Karaikudi to have a typical Chettinad lunch in a small place, but which is kind of famous, and then start exploring and looking at how these mansions look from inside. If you think this is interesting, just wait till you see what is inside. The outside hides more than what they show, and that's going to be in the next video, so keep on watching. It's noon now and time to get some lunch. In this area we have to try Chettinad food. Our friend suggested that there is a Chettinad hotel in Karaikudi, also told us that it is a small local place but worth a visit. Let's go and take a look. We are in Karaikudi now and thought we'll show you the influence of the Chettinad architecture here in the city as well, in all these buildings. Google Maps is saying we have reached. I think the security is directing us to park. This is the place. Shree, Priyamess is the name. Small place, unassuming, but they have a good name and they have a new branch in the city as well. Food is served in a typical South Indian fashion like this, with rice and a banana leaf, and the non-veg side dishes are in Chettinad style. Can get quite crowded, being very popular here. The food was decent. It was a good experience. There is one more place that we wanted to visit, being automotive enthusiasts, the Chettinad Vintagecar Museum. A short drive, and that is where we are headed to. And the roads, such beautiful roads again to ride, smooth, not much traffic. We're enjoying the roads in this part of the state. Really good, really good. This is the Chettinad Vintagecar Museum that we wanted so much to see. And right at the entrance is an old petrol pump from very early years of car history. And look at this car, such a beautifully maintained, shiny car even now after so many years. Austin 10 car from 1933 from England, Rajasthan registration, so must have been owned by some royals in Rajasthan. Such a comfortable seat it looks like, open and airy, nice, beautiful, beautiful. Morris Minor 1951, again from the UK, shiny car again. All these cars are well maintained. Morris Minor is a brand that probably we are familiar with in India. Comfortable seats. Heard that all these cars are in running condition. Luggage carrier, so much space for luggage also. The top and that bottom. Nice. This shiny red car is a Triumph Herald from the 1960s. The seat covers are still on. It's a convertible, meaning that you can put on the cover when needed, otherwise it's open. This is a standard 10 car from the 1950s or 60s. Looks like it is well used. And all these cars are from the UK. Interesting. This is a familiar car, a Indian manufactured Premier Padmini from the 1960s or so. Premier Padmini was the first car that was available here in India with an air conditioner. There are a few other things also available, old scooters and two-wheelers. And this is interesting. Not something that you get to see. Appears to be a heavily modified Jeep. It is written MUTT there, M-U-T-T, which stands for multi-utility truck, made by Ford. And the grille does not show it to be a Jeep. It is written Jeep here. So maybe a heavily modified, accessorized vehicle made to look like a multi-utility truck. 4x4 vehicle. Yeah, good to see. This black beauty is a Plymouth, maybe from the 1950s or 1960s. Looking at it, well maintained. And by the way, this car and the previous Jeep that we saw, or the MUTT multi-utility truck that we saw, are made in the US. All others were UK made cars. Looking at all these cars, I was thinking, the comfortable seats all these cars have, airy, not very claustrophobic, I assume, nice looking tires, and well proportioned, good looking cars from the outside. Vintage cars from those times, really, really good to look at. A 1963 Chevrolet Impala, And finally, a Morris Minor to end the car collection. And that's not it. There's a huge collection of vintage cameras, like the ones that we have never seen before. Really interesting to see these kind of cameras, the ones that we have seen in old movies, old audio equipments, gramophones like these, still in working condition. Some of these are, I was told. Apart from these, there's a huge row of almirahs with phones and other such equipments. We stop our video here, else will be long. In the next video, we will take a look at the Chettinad mansions and continue our trip. Bye bye.